This is the 2009 CL63 AMG. I just had serviced at Mercedes-Benz of Chandler. So just picked it up. Basically, you're just going to be driving it home, taking pictures of it, getting it ready for bring a trailer. So car is mint. Just over 24,000 miles on it. Have more info soon. And I just wanted to introduce Nate Rogers.
Hi guys.
Here at Mercedes of Chandler. So I work with Nate on all the cars I have, all the Mercedes I have, and he helps me. He's a great partner and makes sure the repairs get done right, and all of the, I've had work Goodwill before for certain repairs, and he'll be helping give me a VMI and some other stuff here for the auction. And so, yeah, maybe Nate, you can kind of share some of the details.
Yeah, we went through the car inside and out, top to bottom. There was an issue with the PSE system for the seat, dynamic seats, and the headrest and that air system. We needed to replace the pump for the system, all of the lines and connectors, all the way to the rear headrests, the front seat bladders. So that system is beautiful and perfect. The active body control struts are all beautiful and perfect, not leaking. The pump is great. We got the valve cover gaskets replaced, front brake pads and rotors. The rear brakes are looking great. They only have maybe about a ½ millimeter of wear on the rotors, so tons of life left in the rear brakes. Transmission service as well. Oil change also, so the vehicle's up to date on service, and it really in perfect condition right now.
Yeah, and then one of the things that's the big question is with the M156 engine, everybody will be like, hey, the head bolts, and so we had the leaking valve cover gaskets. When those were off, Nate went in there, got some good pictures. I'll share those. But basically, they're the inverted style for the Torx instead of the E-Torx. So it's the old style. But I think that, things look pretty good. Like it's...
Yeah, the head bolt issue is not going to be an issue on this vehicle. Any of the cars that did have that problem have been taken care of already. I haven't done a head bolt repair in probably 4 or 5 years. It's just not a common thing at this time, so that's nothing to worry about as well.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to Nate. This is Mercedes of Chandler, and thanks.
Yeah, perfect.
Thanks, Nate.
All right.
So let's check out a couple things here. We have the navigation, and it's not exactly sure how useful this feature is, but the swivel, so that works great. You can swivel that around all day long. The car has Parktronic on it, so maybe let's kind of give that a demo. Got it in reverse. Back up a little bit here. Alright, get to my spot where I'm not running over the garbage cans. Perfect. Air conditioning works really good. Replaced the blower motor fairly recently. In here, this car had the iPod option, so it's got the original 30-pin connector here. Actually, I replaced the cable. It was a little bit worn. But then I hooked up this Bovie unit. So this connects with Bluetooth, so you can easily just be on your phone and start streaming your songs through here. And basically, you just pick audio, and then you go down to aux. Once you pick that, that's going to do the Bovie unit that's in there, and then you can just connect your phone. Connecting the phone is really easy. It'll I don't think you even have to put a pin, and then you can start listening to your music. The car does have Bluetooth for talking on the phone, so that's right here. When you first pair it, you have to go and push this button here, the star, hold it down until it blinks. Then you can use your phone to search, find it. I think it's called MB Tel System or MB Car Phone. And then the code is basically the numbers for MB USA. And that's the pin that you use when you connect to first do your pairing. It's got the home link system, so you can do up to 3 different codes here. Okay, I got a demo here of the Bluetooth working. This is with that Bovie unit. So here, I've connected to this using my iPhone. So I had to get another phone to record with. So I connected to this, and when it's in use, you know, you're going to be in the audio menu, you're going to be under aux, okay? It's not going to show anything on the screen, so you know, you just put it back to navigation or whatever you want, so you can see something interesting. Now here you can actually see it, and you can use the controls here, and it will work just fine for going to the next song. So works great. It's totally connected. I can change it here if I want. Not that a lot of people use CDs, but you got a 6 DVD changer in here, and it will play movies up here. But of course, it has the video in motion. You can get a hack for that in an aftermarket place and have them install it, so you can watch a movie while you're driving. This one is not hacked or anything; it's all original. But yeah, you can set your CDs, DVDs. I also have the Mercedes part here for the PCMCIA. So that's this little bit that goes right here. And so what you do with that is you can put an SD card in there. So like I have a 16 gigabyte one. It only does MP3. So not the most useful thing in 2022, but yeah, this is included in the car. I'm just gonna leave it in here. I don't have any other use for a PCMCIA. Okay, there we go. If you wanted to use that, then you could go up here to audio, and then you pick MP3. Takes a minute. Alright, there we go. I finally picked it up. It took a while. And it shows it here too. I'll just show the window operation. So you got your front window, back window, get that great B-pillarless view. Same over here on driver's side. Get those there, perfect. Side mirrors fold in. Fold those in and out. When you lock the car, it'll do that automatically. When you back the car up, it's going to aim your mirror down for you. It's kind of a nice touch, so that way it makes it a little easier to back up. Seat controls, you have the cooled seats, which is great here in Arizona. They're active ventilated seats. They will, you can hear kind of a little bit of a fan on, and it's not a huge difference if you're expecting that, but then they also got the heated seats option. This is a great one. Works wonderful on both seats. Of course, you get the memory positioning for your seats. Each of the positions, works fine. There's also this one here that you can change the position of the other guy's seat. So I'm gonna push that, and I'll start moving this one here, right? So I can push this guy's seat forward. I can push it forward like this. One thing maybe it's actually useful, like when my wife goes in the car, I'll just do this if it's cold outside, and I'll put the heated seats on for her, and it will do it on that side. So you can notice there I did it right here from this side. That's what the R button is. All right, here's another thing that's related to the dynamic seats. It's the power headrest. There we go. And then here I'll push it again, and it should go right back up. And then I can make it drop again. There we go. In the vehicle system settings, you can go in here, and there's a little star button here. You can choose what that does. And so here I have it set as my favorite. That's what it's called, and I have it set to the rear window shade. So if I go ahead and just wanted to show that in case it gets unset for some reason. You can also go in here and in the settings here, you can actually go through here and manually operate it too. Rear window shade. So if I just operate it manually, works great. If I use the favorites button, I'll go ahead and push this. Since I just programmed it for that, works great too. Yeah, the interior is beautiful. It's all Alcantara. All of it is in really good shape. There's no marks or damage to it. There's the rear Parktronic sensor. Maybe I can just kind of show the actual sunroof operation. So there you go. Bring it all the way back. Bring it forward. You can do the tilt on here if you want to tilt open it. So this is a keyless a push to start. So one of the things, you can just put the keys right in your pocket. You never need to actually use them. When you want to go lock the car, you can just touch that, locks it right up. As soon as you want to get in there, just put your hand on it. That's it. It unlocks it for you. You hop in. There's your push to start. Put your foot on the brake. Here's the push to shut. All right, here we go. So there's what the button you push to make it go up. And then you can push the button and make the suspension go down too. So that's just a button that's on the actual dashboard, and it lets you get an extra, I think it's 2 inches of clearance. So if you accidentally kind of park over a speed parking bump, you can just push that and then you won't scrape your bumper up. And then once you're out, or if you're in the snow, maybe that's easier too. Alright, going to capture just a driving video. So I'm just driving nice and slow, safely through a neighborhood here. Nothing too crazy. The car has a sport mode. You can also cycle that to the comfort mode. I think it's comfort suspension basically. And then there's the manual. So that's having to do with the shifters. So you got the paddle shifters here. There's, you can see up and down. It actually says up and down on them. Yeah, with the dynamic seats, as you take a corner, it'll start to fill your bolster. So it's kind of cool. Just give me a minute and I'll be right here on the highway. Alright, just hopping on here. So I'm not going to get too crazy. I mean, it's a weekday, it's right around rush hour, but maybe there'll be a part where I can stomp on it. Car definitely has no problem getting up and going. 518 horsepower. It's I barely pushed it down for that. You know, I don't want to be going way too crazy here. The ride is nice and smooth. So the 2 rear tires, those are brand new Michelin PS4s. The front 2 tires came with the car. They still got good tread depth. They're okay. I don't recall what they are. And if you get going fast enough, the ABC suspension will lower itself to kind of give you a better ride. But this is nice and smooth right here, even in sport mode. The newer CLs, I think 2011 and newer, and then a lot of other Mercedes that are newer, they have blind spot detection, they have the lane assist. This doesn't have those features. So it might be a little bit ridiculous, but this car is equipped with the night vision option, and it's not exactly nighttime yet, but it can be kind of a useful feature. So it's over here, and one view will just do like this one, and then there's a larger view you can do too. I think it goes if you push it up or down, and so it can actually be kind of useful if there's lots of kids in the neighborhood and you're driving slow, trying to be careful about it. But it's a little distracting having to look at the screen and not actually where you're supposed to be looking. So that takes a little bit of getting used to, and it's usually not heavily used.